हरिः ओम् नमस्काराः स्वागतं सर्वेषाम् अस्माकं गीताध्ययनवर्गे प्रार्थना श्लोकैः आरभामहे। कः वक्तुमिच्छति प्रार्थना श्लोकान्? कोऽपि वदेत्। कः वक्तुमिच्छति?
अहं वदामि वा?
वदतु महोदय।
सो प्रथमं वा द्वितीयं?
सर्वान् श्लोकान्
सर्वान्। ओके,
नारायणं
निश्चयेन।
नमस्कृत्य।
ओके, हरि ओम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नारायण परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमव्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अस्तु।
धन्यवादाः। इदानीं वयं भगवद्गीतायां षष्ठाध्यायं पठन्तः स्मः। अध्यायस्य नाम आत्मसंयमयोगः ध्यानयोगः इति। 5 वा 6 श्लोकाः पठिताः एतावत्। पुनः एकवारं श्लोकान् वदामः। अहं वदामि, भवन्तः म्यूट् मध्ये एव भूत्वा अनुवदन्तु। So I'm going to chant the first 6 shlokas. So all of you please be muted and you can follow me. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Anashritah karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha sasamnyasi cha yogi cha na niragnirna chakriyaha. यं संन्यासमिति प्राहुः योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव न ह्यसंन्यस्तसङ्कल्पः योगी भवति कश्चन। आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगं कर्म कारणमुच्यते योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते यदा हिनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुषज्जते सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तदोच्यते। उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्। अस्मिन् अध्याये भगवान् कृष्णः अर्जुनाय ध्यानयोगं सर्वसङ्कल्प सन्न्यासी कः योगारूढः कः इति अत्र विवरणं ददत् अस्ति। चतुर्थं श्लोकं पुनः एकवारं पश्यामः। यदा हिनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुषज्जते सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तदोच्यते. कः योगारूढः? योगारूढः, योगम् आरूढः, योगी कः? कः योगारूढः इति उच्यते इति चेत् यदा इन्द्रियार्थेषु, इन्द्रियाणाम् अर्थाः विषयाः. के विषयाः? सर्वे अपि. यद्वयं पश्यामः चक्षुरिन्द्रियेण, श्रोत्रेन्द्रियेण शृणुमः, त्वगिन्द्रियेण स्पर्शां कुर्मः, एवम् अस्माकं जीवनं सर्वमपि एतेषाम् इन्द्रियाणां विषयग्रहणेन एव भवति अस्माकम् अनुभवः. एतेषु अर्थेषु, इन्द्रियार्थेषु सङ्गः भवति मानवस्य. एवम् इन्द्रियार्थेषु कर्मसु न अनुसज्जते, सङ्गं न प्राप्नोति. कः? सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी. कर्मयोगी इत्युक्तौ कर्मफले आसक्तिः नास्ति. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन इति एवं मनसि निधाय कर्मयोगी कर्म करोति, कर्मफलं त्यजति एव. सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी तु न केवलं कर्मफलं, कर्मसङ्कल्पमेव त्यजति. चिन्तनं, ध्यानम्, अहं कर्ता, अहं करोमि इति सङ्कल्पात्, सङ्कल्पः अपि त्यज्यते. सर्वान् कान् सङ्कल्पान्? सङ्कल्पः इत्युक्तौ चिन्तनम्, अहं करोमि, मया करणीयं, साधनीयम् इति. सर्वान् सङ्कल्पान् संन्यस्यति, त्यजति. सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी. कुतः? कुतः इति चेत् अत्र महाभारते शान्ति पर्वणः वाक्यं, काम जानामि ते मूलं सङ्कल्पात् त्वं हि जायसे, न त्वां सङ्कल्पयिष्यामि तेन मेन भविष्यसि. ब्यूटिफुल. आङ्ग्लभाषायां वदिष्यामि now. So we are now in the 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga, where Bhagavan Sri Krishna is explaining Arjuna. Previously, he explained Karma Yoga. So what is Karma Yoga? Performing one's dharma, one's task which must be done without having an attachment, without expectation of the results. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. Not because it's Bhagavan said so, because that is the fact, right? So when you perform any task, whatever it is, whether it is in the office, at work, you do, you perform. The result happens in the future, bhavishyat. But this moment, what we can do is only perform. So the fact is that we do not have a direct control on future, which is the results of our action. So that is obvious. So one who understands that, and even while performing the duty, that time itself, one performs the duty without worrying about, without being attached to what will I get from that. But that is not how we work, right? We are all taught to work for results. While working, we have an eye on the result, right? We have an eye on money that we earn or whatever, what will I get out of it? So that with not having that is the karma yogi, karma phalatyagaha. That Bhagavan already explained in the previous chapters. Now he is explaining the next stage, Dhyana Yoga, Atma Samyama Yoga, Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. which is what is the root cause of all action? Why do we act? Why are we attached to actions? Why do we do things? What is our motivation? See, the motivation is kamaha, right? So, sankalpa mulaha kamaha vai yajnaha sankalpa sambhavaha. Right? So, sayatha kamo bhavati tat kratur bhavati yat kratur bhavati tat karma kurute Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So, why do we work? To fulfill our desires. Why do we get desires? Because we think about them and we create them. So, our Arsha Vijnanam, Vaidika Vijnanam is not about cutting things superficially, cutting things from the root. First of all, why is there a desire? How is the desire arising? Arising out of thinking, thought. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pajayate. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate. By thinking about things, there is an attachment to that things. I should get that. From that arises the desire. When that desire is not fulfilled, that becomes krodha. So the whole series follows. So the root cause is sankalpaha, chintanam. So that's why in this shloka it says, sarva sankalpa sannyasi. It is not just about not giving up to not to have attachment for results of action, but even to understand that the root cause of desires is thinking, dhyanam, sankalpaha. So once that clarity is there, giving up the sankalpa itself, abandoning the sankalpa itself, sarva sankalpa sannyasi. Only then the antakaranam, chittam, manaha chittam ahankaraha iti, antakaranam. Only then the antakarana becomes silent, right? So then that person, yoga rudhaha tada ityuchyate. Only then one is said to be yogi. Yoga rudhaha, yogam arudhavan iti. One who has ascended yoga is the literal meaning one who is a true yogi. So, Ativa Mukhyaha Slokaha Purvam Vivrutam Maya explained this in the previous classes. I'm repeating because of its importance. Yada hinendriyartheshu na karmasvanushajjate sarva sankalpa samnyasi yoga rudhastadochyate. यदा एवं योगारूढ़ः तदा तेन आत्मना उद्धृतः भवति इति संसारात् अनर्थजातात् अतः. Right? So when one is a yoga rudha like that, so one is a sarva sankalpa sannyasi, right? So then what one shall do? Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. Atmana atmanam uddharet. Atmanam na avasadayet. Atmaiva atma eva atmanah bandhuhu. Atma eva atmanah ripuhu. One should uplift oneself from where? From this attachment to things, objects of desire. Why? What is that? What is that attachment to objects of desire? Is what we call samsara, lokaha. What is samsara? Me, everything surrounding the me, centered around me. My job, my money, my house, my family, my worries, my Bhagavad Gita, my religion, all these things. center is me. So there is this samsara, loka, bandha. So all these are vishaya. So you're caught in this. So uddharet atmana atmanam. How one should be free from this? Who is going to free oneself? Not Adi Shankaracharya, not Bhagavan Sri Krishna, not Lord Shiva. If you go and do puja, all life you can do puja. Still, Atmana Atmanam, oneself, one should uplift oneself from the depths of this samsara sagara, this samsara, this world which is a creation of the mind. World is not the physical world, like, the bridges, houses. You can say world exists. How can I get rid of the world? No, that is not the problem. The physical, the planet Earth, the buildings, the houses, the banks, this body, everything is as it is. That is not the problem. What is the problem? What goes on in the mind? The loka, the samsara created by the mind, in the mind, that is where our life is, our happiness, unhappiness, right? Our desires, all these things are happening, are all created right in the mind because of the antakarana vritti, right? So the antakaranam and the indriyas getting attached to all these objects, creating this world, my world, right? So if you just close your eyes and think, or open your eyes, you are walking, you're always continuously thinking about something or the other, right? So I always give this example. Maybe when you were young, you thought that no, I had to go to school, I had to do my homework. That was our biggest tension, right? If I don't do homework, don't get good marks, what the teacher will say, what dad will say, mother will say. We thought that is the biggest problem of the life. As you grow up, you think about that and you laugh at it. Oh, I thought that was all the life is about. No, there was nothing. But at that moment, you were so absorbed in that. Same is the case. You may think we're all grown-ups now. But still, always mind is similarly. The problem is changing. The problem are the things about which we are worried may change from moment to moment. But the fact is, we're always caught in this. So, who has to uplift oneself? Who has to watch all this that, oh, my antakarana, my mind is getting this attached to this objects by thinking. Atmana, svena, one by oneself. Na atmanam avasadaye. One should never ever let oneself down. I am repeating, this is very important. See, the purpose of Vedanta, understanding Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads, is not to tell you that, oh yeah, this, desires, these are bad, that is bad, this is bad, or this body is going to die, and smashana vairagyam, all the, somewhat sounds kind of, negative. Not at all. Absolutely not. By having this clarity, right, you will be uplifted. There is nothing to be worried about. When it is very clear that all the worries are created, there is no real worry, there is only true ananda, then one will really be free. So one should never let oneself down. Who is letting you down? Why do we feel depressed? Why do we feel that we are down? One moment you are down, another moment you are up. We see that, right? Everything else being the same. You have the same bank account, you have the same loans, same wife, same husband, same son, same daughter, and the same Samskrita classes and same work. Everything is same. But one moment you're so happy, uplifted, really, you feel you can go and conquer the world. Next moment, you're so depressed that no, all worries. So it's all happening, it's all in the mind. So, na atmanam na avasadayet. Why? Why it should be done atmana by oneself? Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu. One is one's own bandhu. Bandhu is not just relative, it is well-wisher. Who wishes us well? oneself. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. One is one's own enemy. How come? How come one becomes one's own enemy and one is one's own friend? Right? It is this antakaranam, this mind, manaha eva karanam, for both attachment also and understanding attachment and becoming free also. So it can act both ways, just like a knife. It can cut and you can hurt yourself with the knife, or you can use the knife to cut fruits and enjoy the fruits. Either way. So it is oneself whether you uplift by having this clarity. So I'm thinking that I am suffering, my son, my thing, my house, my job. It's all created. It's all in the mind, right? So when you have that understanding, how do you, who gives you that understanding? It doesn't come from outside yourself. Whether it is Bhagavad Gita or studying Upanishads, this is all great. But they're only more like mirrors, reflecting. Just like you look at the mirror, see what is, how your face is, right? Then you fix, you fix your hair, if something, then your shirt and all that, you take care of yourself by looking at the mirror, because mirror reflects you. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, all this, they act like a mirrors to show what is going on. Whatever we are discussing now is what goes on in the mind, right? This is like a mirror to reflect what goes on, what is causing the desire, what is causing the so-called happiness and this thing. Then you fix yourself. You have to look at yourself because it is you. It is the same antakaranam which is causing both. Ripuhu, bandhuhu, well-wisher also, enemy also. So that's why atmana atmanam uddhare, atmanam na avasadayet. बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्त्स्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. बन्धुः आत्मा आत्मनः तस्य येन आत्मा एव आत्मना जितः. So we said earlier, Atma, one is one's own bandhuhu, one is one's own enemy. When is one one's own enemy? When is one one's own bandhuhu, well-wisher? Okay? Bandhu Atma, one is one's own bandhu. When Atmanah tasya yena Atma eva Atmana jitaha. When one has understood the workings of the mind, I'm using the word mind, it means the antakaranam, chittam, whatever the word be, whatever goes on, right? And this dehendriya sanghataha, right? So body and all the organs, the sense organs, through which we sense objects. We get all this sensation, right? Desire. Desire comes out of sensation of the objects, either by thinking, mind, right? And then all seeing things, hearing, tasting, right? All this. So this is the Dehendriya Sanghata. And we identify ourselves with the Dehendriya Sanghata. Who am I? Means I am this body, this mind, this antakaranam. Whatever we have built, that structure, that imaginative structure that we created as I, is nothing but a collection of all this, right? This body. When you think of, how do you think of yourself? The image that one has of oneself, right? You look at the mirror, say, oh, this body, oh, 5 feet, 6 inches, whatever, this thing, black, white, yellow, whatever. They look at that and, young, old, right? Healthy, unhealthy. This is all me. And then the bank account, oh, this rich, how many houses do I have? How much family do I have? All this, everything, the composite. Dehendriya Sanghataha, that is what one refers to as oneself. That's what we think we are. And that's how the world works, moment to moment. All right? So that one who has seen this and has conquered, not as a one person conquering another person or people. No, by understanding the working, the understanding this, by watching this, by perceiving that this is the reason for one's sorrow, for this state, right? Then you have control of that. Then automatically it slows down. You'll have a control. So one who has conquered oneself meaning the Dehendriya Sanghata, one who has conquered oneself, the body and the sense organs, then he is a friend of himself because he conquered, and then there is only peace and ananda. Anatmanastu shatrutve varteta atmaiva shatruvat. But one who has no control of this sankalpa, of this antahkaranam, or this mind, this thinking of seeing the objects, thinking about them. When you say object, not just physical objects, everything, right? All that I described just now. Lok samsara, right? Me as you as a center, all the various things, right? So that is all. So one who has not conquered them, meaning one is a slave. One is a slave of all this. We are all slaves of that. We know what it is to be a slave. We don't know what it is to conquer. So to be slave is exactly what I was describing before. One moment you think you are very happy, right? You get a promotion, or you get some money, investment, you got more money. Something happened, or your son succeeded. Something with which you have attachment has happened. Because of the attachment, you feel happy. And because of the same attachment, you feel unhappy. Right? It is obvious. So when there is that attachment, when there is no control, shatrutve atmaiva shatruvat, then one is one's own enemy. Because one is caught in this. Right? Anatmanastu shatrutve varteta atmaiva shatruvat. Just like an enemy who will cause you harm. Similarly, that enemy, you become your own enemy. One becomes one's own enemy when one has not understood the real structure of the samsara created by the antahkarana, and one is submerged deep in this samsara sagara. So that's why one is one's own bandhu, well-wisher, and one is one's own enemy. Etavat asmabhih patitam. So far, whatever explained, it is more like a recapitulation, summary. Because many of you who joined today were not there in the previous classes. Plus, I thought it will be a good review for others also. Now we'll continue with the new shlokas. We have not studied them before. Aham shlokam vadami, bhavantah anuvadantu, mute madhye sthitva. जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः. कः आकाङ्क्षपद्धत्या पठितुम् इच्छति? हरिमहोदयः अस्ति वा?
आं महोदय, अहं करोमि।
करोतु।
जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः। सर्वाणि पदानि समस्तपदानि एव महोदय।
पदच्छेदं करोतु प्रथमं।
जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः। महोदय
पदच्छेद पदविभाग
पदपरिचयं
पदपरिचयं करोतु।
जितात्मनः नकारान्त पुल्लिंग जितात्मन् शब्दः षष्ठी एकवचनं प्रशान्तस्य अकारान्त पुल्लिंग प्रशान्त शब्दः षष्ठी एकवचनं परमात्मा नकारान्त पुल्लिंग परमात्मन् शब्दः प्रथम एकवचनं समाहितः तथापि समाहितः अकारान्त पुल्लिंग समाहित शब्दः प्रथम एकवचनं शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु अकारान्त पुल्लिंग शीतोष्ण सुख दुःख पद शब्दः सप्तमी बहुवचनं महोदय तथा अव्ययम् मानापमानयोः अकारान्त पुल्लिंग मानापमान शब्दः सप्तमी द्विवचनान्तं महोदय स परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्ण दुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः
इदानीम् आकाङ्क्षपद्धत्या अन्वयः साधनीयः। अत्र क्रियापदमस्ति वा?
न महोदय परमात्मा समाहितः कः अस्ति?
समाहितः अस्ति भवति इति क्रियापदं योजयामः। अध्याहारः करणीयः।
समाहितः कः
भवति।
कः समाहितः भवति? परमात्मा समाहितः भवति। केषु समा
कस्य कस्य
कस्य कस्य समा कस्य परमात्मा समाहितः भवति? जितात्मनः परमात्मा समाहितः भवति। पुनः कस्य परमात्मा समाहितः भवति? जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः भवति। केषु परमात्मा समाहितः भवति? शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः परमात्मा समाहितः भवति।
अतः सम्पूर्णं वाक्यम्।
अतः शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः भवति।
उत्तमम्। पुनः एकवारं श्लोकं वदामि, भवन्तः अनुवदन्तु। सर्वे म्यूट् मध्ये भूत्वा। जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः। शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु शीतम् उष्णं सुखं दुःखं शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखानि इति द्वन्द्वसमासः। तेषु मानः अपमानः, मानः सम्मानः, अपमानः परिभवः इति द्वयोः मानः भवतु अपमानः मानापमानयोः शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु जितात्मनः जितात्मा आत्मा आत्मा जितः येन सः जितात्मा। Same thing in the previous shloka, गत श्लोके अपि दृष्टं किल, येन आत्मैव आत्मना जितः, one who has conquered oneself, that is जितात्मा। बहुव्रीहि समासः जितात्मा। जितात्मनः षष्ठी, जितात्मा प्रथमा विभक्ति, येन आत्मा जितः सः जितात्मा, तस्य जितात्मनः। प्रशान्तः, यः प्रशान्तः प्रकृष्टेन शमं प्राप्तवान्। ट्रांक्विल, ट्रांक्विल, Prashantah. Tasya, prashantasya. Shitoshna sukha dukkheshu. Shitam cha dukkham, ushnam cha. Right? Cold and heat. Sukham cha dukkham cha. Happiness and unhappiness. Tadha manaha apamanaha. Manaha sammanaha. Highest regard, right? So people say good things about you. Oh, that person, oh, he is good. He does all good things, says all good things. Oh, you're very happy to hear that. Apamanaha. Some people will say, no, he doesn't know what he's talking. He's whatever he does is not good. Some criticism, or they, disrespect. In all these things, manaha apamanaha, shitam ushnam, sukham dukkham. In all these things, one who stays, one who conquers oneself and remains tranquil, prashantaha. In such a person, Paramatma samahitaha. He becomes, right? Not even he becomes, then Paramatma, Parameshwaraha, just gets situated. One sees, one will have oneself as Paramatma. It is not that Paramatma is sitting somewhere and when you are like this, Paramatma will come and sit in you. No. It is the Paramatma Tattvam, so there is something, right, that which is really the source of whatever we think we do, that we call, the Atma, or the same as Paramatma, Parabrahman, right? When all these things are controlled and total calmness, tranquility, right, that the real Dhyana Yoga and even beyond that, then Paramatma Samahitaha, then what is left? One may ask, if one is totally has controlled the Antakaranam, right? One is not attached, one is free from Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi, then what is left? Bodies will still be there, but will one disappear? No. What is left is that, which is all pervading Paramatma, Samahitaha Bhavati. So let us go into more details. This is the literal meaning. Hari Mahodaya, Ashim Patamaha, Aham Patami Bhavan Anupatatu. Jitatmana iti.
Jitatmana iti.
Jitatmanaha Karya Karanadi Sanghata Atma Jitaha Yena Saha Jitatma.
Jitatmanaha Karya Karanadi Sanghata Atma Jitaha Yena Saha Jitatma.
Tasya Jitatmanaha Prashantasya Prasannantah Karanasya Sataha Samnyasinaha
Prashantasya Prasannatah Karanasya Sataha Sannyasinaha.
Prasanna Antahkaranasya. Prasannantahkaranasya.
Prasannantahkaranasya Sataha Sannyasinaha.
Paramatma Samahitaha Sakshad Atma Bhavena Vartata Ityarthaha. Vartate Ityarthaha.
Paramatma Samahitaha Sakshad Atma Bhavena Vartate Ityarthaha.
So, one conquering oneself. What is that one which needs to be conquered? Karya Karanadi Sanghata. Dehendriya Sanghata, Karya Karanadi Sanghata, same, right? So this self that we have created, everyone has one self, image of the self. Everyone has an image of others too, right? So in my mind, I have some images of all the people here. And you all may have images of everybody else and image of me in your own mind. Right? So this image one has of about oneself is Dehendriya Sanghata, the body mind system. The Sanghata is Samuhaha. So karya karanadi sanghata. In other words, this is the all the actions we perform, what is being performed, and which performs this. The entire, the total entity. So how do we perform? Vacha, we action is we speak, right? Karmana, kayena, manasa. So we perform all this using all this as the karanani, as the tools for action, right? We speak, we think, right? So we act by using the body, physical work. So this entire, the total, the entity is what we consider as ourselves. So that is controlled by whom? One who has controlled that is a Jitatma. Tasya, of him, prashantasya, prasanna antakaranasya. Antakaranam prasannam. Meaning what? That antakaranam, the conglomerate of manaha, buddhihi, chittam, ahankara. These are not different things. Based on their function, we call them with different names. Manaha, buddhihi, ahankara, chittam. Bottom line, it is all the mind, the antakaranam. When there is no attachment, there is no dhyanam, chintanam, sankalpa, then the antakaranam stands still. Just like, in a lake, when there is water, we can see that, right? Sometimes we see in a lake, you can see the bottom of the lake. When can we see the bottom of the lake? When there is no dirt. It's all clear. There are no ripples. Then stand still. Just like, beautiful big lake, you can see at the bottom. So clear. Like that. The antakaranam becomes like that. When there is no activity, when there is no, active pursuit of things or thoughts. It's calm, just calm. Just like, you put, let's say, glass of water. You put the glass, it stays there. Just, right? When you move it, then it moves. Similarly, our antakaranam also, when it just stays calm, it will stay. When there is no dhyanam and desire, then it's there in its place. It doesn't die. It doesn't mean body will disappear and all this mind will die, or no, it's there. It is there, just, prasannam antakaranam. Right? So tranquil is the best word, tranquility. Then for him, such a person, Paramatma samahitaha bhavati. Sama atra ahitaha ityukto samasthitihi. Right? So then what is left? What one is? That is nothing but Paramatma. Sakshad Atma Bhavena Vartate. So when one has conquered one's mind, and one is totally tranquil, the body is there, of course, and the antakaranam is there. All the organs are functioning, healthy, normal. But there is no disturbance. Calm, totally calm. Right? Calm which is created by a desire, not that kind of calm which we try to do through yoga, pranayama, and dhyana, all those things. We know that's all futile. After that, again, you are back to normal. Not like that. Actually, truly tranquil mind. Then, sakshat atma bhavena varteta. Then one will be, literally speaking, in touch, or one is Paramatma. Right? Then, so what is the definition of Paramatma technically? How can we define Paramatma? Parama Atma, meaning supreme, ultimate. There is nothing beyond that. Right? So technically, to make it easy for you, Aparichinnam. What is that which is not Paramatma? How we cannot see Paramatma, we cannot, it is indescribable. But what we can describe is what is not Paramatma. Right? Parichinnatvam. One that is limited is not Paramatma. All the gods that we create, I'm sorry to say that, I'm saying it with a deep respect. The kind of, the gods, the thought we have about this God, that God is more powerful, this God is less powerful. If I pray to this God, I'll get more. Maybe that God is even more powerful. Let me go to that God. And all this is creation of the mind. Remember, God, Paramatma cannot be limited. How are things limited? Desha. One is here, but not there. That limitation is for the body, for the things created by the mind, the things, the loka. Planet Earth is here. Planet Earth is not anywhere else. It's here. And I'm here in Long Island, New York, in USA. Some of you, your body is somewhere else. So, ekadeshe asti, aparasmin deshe nasti. So there is a constraint. You can say at a given time, this thing is there. Desha parichinnatvam, constraint, right? So it is limited to one place. Then kala, time. So we are all here, happy, discussing Bhagavad Gita and all that. Today we are here. We don't know what in future. After some years, some of us won't be there. Right? That is the nature. Bodies will die and it will happen. So kala, with the time, it will change. Everything in the universe. We are so obsessed with our petty, this body and really petty things. This universe, so large and this space, infinite. And scientists say universe is expanding. No limits. We are still receiving the signals, scientists say, from the formation of the universe, that so-called Big Bang. So all these billions of years is nothing. And for how much is our life? What is the size of you on the planet Earth? Tiny, so tiny that all the beaches, there are these sand grains, right? If you pull together the sand grains of all the oceans, our planet Earth is smaller than that, even one sand grain. That is the size of our. We are so. And everything is, born. Whatever is born dies, death, including our planet Earth. It was born. This planet Earth is going to die one day. The sun dies some point. Then the solar system is going to collapse. This Earth will. So everything is going, there is a cycle going on. So kala, so today it is there, tomorrow it won't be there. Kala parichinnatvam. Then a vastu parichinnatvam. This is glass. This is eyeglasses. This vastu is different from this. Right? This is a vastu constraint, meaning what one thing is, the other thing is not. Paramatma cannot be constrained like this. Paramatma, you cannot say, oh, Paramatma existed 1,000 years ago, but it doesn't exist now. Cannot be. So, Kala Parichinnaha, Desha Parichinnaha, Paramatma is there only in India. No, not only in India, only in particular temple. I should go there. Why? Because Paramatma is there, sitting there. How can that be Paramatma if that Paramatma is constrained by location? Cannot be. So it is pure imagination and Vishwasa. Right? So Paramatma, Aparichinaha. One is not constrained by Desha, Kala or Vastu. One was there, here, tomorrow. Asit, Asti, Bhavishyati. Right? So it will always be there. And even scientifically, say universe is like formed from Big Bang and all that. So there was something before the universe was born, right? That thing, whatever existed. So existence is still there. Something existed, universe formed, this will die, again it will be formed. So what is all pervading through independent of the time, and there is no time concept for such a. So that is Paramatma. So us, when like this, Prashantaha, Jitatma, and when all this confusion, all this creation of gods, creation of this, that, all this samsara created in the mind, when the mind is totally still, no thought, nothing, then one is that infinite, aparichinna, unconstrained, limitless. There is no distinction anymore between what one is and that Parabrahman. We can call Brahman, Parabrahma, Parameshwara, Paramatma, name doesn't matter because you cannot give a name to that. Right? शीतोष्ण सुख दुखेषु तथा मान अपमान माने अपमाने च मानापमानयोः पूजा परिभवयोः समः स्यात्.
किंच शीतोष्ण सुख दुखेषु तथा माने अपमाने च मानापमानयोः पूजा अपरिभवयोः पूजा परिभवयोः समः स्यात्.
So, and how is it possible? He said, no, one is undisturbed, untouched by Shitam, Ushnam. When there is cold, we need heating. Right? And when it is hot, you need AC. You need fan, AC. Without that, particularly, even the US, when it's hot, it is really hot. India, of course, we don't have to say. It's really hot. So how can one be samahasyat? How can one be undisturbed by these things? Sukham, dukkham. How can one not be, unhappy or happy? Not by some external thing that, with Daivanugraha and all that, something happens and you get that strength to withstand. No. Shitam, Bushnam, they'll be there. Sukham, Dukkham also will be there, so long as these are all sensations. The important thing to understand is Shitam, Bushnam. How do you know Shitam and how do you know Ushnam? By sensation. The body feels the temperature and sends signals to the brain. That's how you get the signal that, oh, this is Shitam, this is Ushnam. How do you know what is Sukham, what is Dukkham? It's relative, Sukham, Dukkham. Right? So there is a promotion, Sukham. But you were dropped. Somebody else got a promotion. You did not get it. Dukkham. So same thing happened. Like, I always take this popular example. Like, there are two teams playing. Your son's team and your friend's son's team. They are in the opposite teams. They play. And only one team wins, obviously. If your son's team wins, you are happy. And if the other person's team wins, if your son loses, son is unhappy, so you are unhappy for him. Sukham, same thing happened. So where is this branding happening that this is Sukham, this is Dukkham, is created, again sensation. So by understanding that these are creation, antakarana vrittihi, right? Why is it happening? Because indriyartheshu bandhaha, sangaha, because of the attachment, because I'm identifying myself with my son and he is identifying himself with that team, then whatever happens, team loses, you are actually superimposing that loss on you, because you think you are that. Similarly, there's a, you didn't get promotion, you lost money. Why are you unhappy? Because you have attached yourself to that. You think you are that. You are that. Loss happened to you. So if you're attached to that, then if it goes up, succeeds, you're happy. If it fails, you're unhappy. But one who has understood this, right, then those things will happen still, cause and effect. But you are not disturbed by it. You see them as things happening. Like, you see in the ocean, there will be ripples, right? Come and go. You don't get disturbed by that, right? And this body, it is growing old day by day, dying. Every day cells die, new cells get created. The body is getting older. It is not getting younger. There will be disease, and one day there will be death. So if you attach yourself to the body and say, oh, what's happening to me? I was young and so energetic and handsome or beautiful. I was able to do all these things. Now I cannot do many of the things I was able to do. As we age, that happens. So what do? We feel sad and happy, or say some smashana vairagyam. Oh, this has happened, sad, but what can I do? I have to live like that. No, you may think that is intelligence. That's not intelligence, because then you are adjusting to fate. No, we are not talking about adjustment. We are not talking about reconciliation. No. Sarva sankalpa sanyasaha. That is understanding that you are not the body. Just you can see the body. Body changes. It happens. And everything that you created will change. Whatever has been created, whatever is born has to die. Whatever it is, doesn't matter how great it is. The greatest of it is the sun, most powerful planet, the star. Sun is a star. And the galaxy is huge. Black holes, very powerful black holes, like they can swallow stars. Even those black holes will die one day. So when one is clear about that, nothing, and there is no expectation, right? You won't anymore set expectations that this thing should happen. Then, oh, I expected this, but this did not happen. I expected my son will succeed. I expected tomorrow to be normal. But day is far from normal. All bad things start happening. Right? So why this happened? Why this happened? Why this happened to me? Everybody seems to be happy. And everybody seems to be happy, successful. See that family, how successful he is, how successful his son is. His son went to that great college and he is working in such a big company and earning so much money. See, my son or my daughter, he married. All this, right? So all this is all created. You're creating it because you are identifying yourself. First you create the sankalpaha, then you create that, then you attach yourself, then you will start feeling all the result of that whether it's happiness or unhappiness. So shitoshna sukha dukkheshu manapamanayoho. So samahasyat does not mean that you will develop strength, resistance to face them. No. You will see them what they are. When you see them what they are, you are no more concerned about them. Samahasya. So you don't by effort be neutral to those things. One will be naturally neutral by understanding what one truly is and understanding that one is not that shitam, sukham, dukkham, manaha, apamanaha. Manaha, apamanaha, again, only when you attach yourself, that image what you created. No, I am this. I am Raghu and I have this image. And somebody disregards me. That image, no? Why? How can he say things about me like that? I am not like that. Right? What is happening here? I have an image, I have attachment. If somebody says something, I feel hurt. This hurt is created. Apamanaha. Manaha. Somebody praises you. Oh, Raghu, oh God, he's doing such great things. He's teaching on all those things. Oh, sounds very good, you know. People are praising me. Very happy. So if I create an image of myself and attach myself to that, then whatever that image, whatever happens to that image, happy, I'm happy. Is regarded, I'm happy. This, is not disrespected, then I'm unhappy. So not like that. When I am not attached to these things, then I am naturally, freely, without effort, neutral, unaffected, do not care. Because, right? So you see, in the, you go keep walking and you see, then some ants die, you put your foot on that. Things are happening. Leaf falls from a tree. Will you start worrying that leaf is falling? That the plant is dying? No, because you have not attached yourself to the leaf falling. You think, oh, if leaf is falling, fine, it will come back again. You know what? Our life is like that. It's not very different from that plant born and dying, or that leaf falling from a tree. Such a beautiful thing. Just think about that for a second. Just like, in the nature, how the things happen. This is also happening like that. This body born, changing, and one day it will die. And all the things which happen. So only when one is attached, sangaha. Right? So jitatmanaha, one who has conquered this, jitatma, then he will be prashantaha. Antakaranam also will be calm. So such a person, then paramatma samahitaha bhavati. One becomes unconstrained. One is not anymore located here in this body, or no. One is free. Totally. One becomes one with Paramatma. Not that Paramatma will come and sit in you, or you become a Paramatma. No. Then one comes to be that Paramatma is. Ekavaram punah shlokam vadamaha. Jitatmanah prashantasya Paramatma samahitaha Shitoshna sukha dukkheshu Tadha manapamanayoho. So we are past the time. We'll do one thing. Quickly we'll read this shloka and then pass here.
Mahodaya, एक प्रश्नमस्ति. श्मशानवैराग्यमर्थं किम्?
Yeah, I'll talk about that. Let me complete this shloka. Sure. Vijnana vijnana truptatma kutastho vijitendriyaha yukta ityuchyate yogi samaloshtashma kanchanaha. Jnana vijnana truptatma padavibhagah evam कोऽपि शीघ्रं कर्तुं शक्नोति वा? सरलः श्लोकः, अधिकानि पदानि न सन्ति. Anybody who wants to take this? करोतु.
ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा कूटस्थः विजितेन्द्रियः युक्त इति उच्यते योगी समलोष्टः
लोष्टाश्म काञ्चनः. पदच्छेदः, पदविभागः.
So ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्त आत्मा. So
एकं पदं किल, ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा इति एकं पदं.
समस्तपदम् अस्ति.
एकं पदं.
कूटस्थः. कूटस्थः. विजितेन्द्रियः इति समस्तपदम् अस्ति. युक्त इति उच्यते. सन्धि विच्छेद.
युक्तः. अत्र the exercise is identifying the words individually, each word. So yuktah
iti uchyate
iti
uchyate yogi samaloष्टाश्म काञ्चनः समस्तपदम्.
एकं पदं. समलोष्टाश्म काञ्चनः.
काञ्चनः. अस्तु.
पदपरिचयः
पद सो ज्ञानेन तृप्तः अस्ति आत्मा सः
पदपरिचयः means just the subantam or tingantam. If it is
सो ज्ञान
tillam,
विज्ञान
smaktam.
तृप्तात्मा सो ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मन इति
नकारान्त
नकारान्त
पुल्लिंग
पुल्लिंग शब्दः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम्
पुल्लिंग शब्दः what is the शब्द
आत्मन
संपूर्ण
ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मन
अत्र पदमस्ति नकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मन् शब्दः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं एवम् अन्यानि
कूटस्थः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं कूटस्थ इति प्रातिपदिकम् अस्ति पुल्लिङ्ग प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम्
अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग कूटस्थ शब्दः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम्
अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग विजितेन्द्रियः अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग विजितेन्द्रिय प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम् उत्तमम् युक्तः युक्त अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम् प्रातिपदिकं युक्त इति अव्ययमस्ति उच्यते इति क्रियापदमस्ति आत्मनेपदी उच्यते प्रथम पुरुष एकवचनं धातु अस्ति उच्यते
वच् धातु अस्ति आत्मनेपदी इति न कर्मणि प्रयोगः
कर्मणि प्रयोगः
अतः कर्मणि प्रयोगः
उच्यते
कः लकारः
उच्यते लट्लकारः योगी सो
नकारान्तः
नकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग एकवचनं प्रथमा विभक्ति
नकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग योगिन् शब्दः
योगिन् प्रातिपदिकं प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं समलोष्टाश्म काञ्चनः काञ्चन प्रथम प्रातिपदिकम् अस्ति
न काञ्चन न so that's why one second Mohoday. So that's why first when you look at the word you have to see what is the pratipadikam shabda, right? Samalostashma kanchana is the shabda, pratipadikam shabda. So what is samalostashma kanchana? Akarantaha पुल्लिङ्गः समलोष्टाश्म काञ्चन शब्दः प्रथमा विभक्तिः
एकवचनम्
अस्तु इदानीं तत्र क्रियापदं किं तिङन्तम् आकाङ्क्षापद्धत्या अन्वयक्रमः क्रियापदं किम् अस्मिन् वाक्ये उच्यते प्रश्नः
कः उच्यते योगी उच्यते न एकनिमेषः योगी उच्यते
योगी कः इति उच्यते
समलोष्टाश्म काञ्चनः योगी उच्यते
पुनः युक्तः उच्यते कः इति उच्यते इति कर्मणि प्रयोगे अस्ति किल
तर्हि
कः इति उच्यते युक्तः इति उच्यते
केन उच्यते
केन इति तृतीया विभक्त्यन्तं नास्ति किल अत्र डु यु सी एनी तृतीया विभक्ति
न
अतः केन इति न
केन कः उच्यते
कः पुनः
सो युक्तः योगी युक्तः समलोष्टाश्म काञ्चनः योगी उच्यते
न युक्तः उच्यते Uchyate. Kaha iti uchyate? Yuktaha iti uchyate.
Yukta.
Meaning, is said to be yukta. Kaha yuktaha iti uchyate? Who is said to be a yukta?
Samalostasma kanchana.
Yogi yuktaha iti uchyate. Kidrushaha yogi, what kind of yogi is called yuktaha? Then samalostasma
kanchana. Kidrusha samalostasma
punaha
kanchana.
kidrushaha.
Gnana Vijnana Truptatma.
Punaha
So Gnana
kidrushaha.
Vijnana Truptatma Samalostasma Kanchana
Yogi
Uchyate.
yuktaha iti uchyate.
Yuktaha iti uchyate. पुनः कीदृशः योगी
युक्तः
इति उच्यते कुटस्थः योगी समलोष्टास्म कांचनः युक्तः इति उच्यते अज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा युक्तः इति उच्यते पुनः कीदृशः योगी समलोष्टास्म कांचनः ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा कुटस्थः युक्तः इति उच्यते विजितेन्द्रियः योगी समलोष्टास्म कांचनः ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा कुटस्थः विजितेन्द्रियः योगी युक्तः इति उच्यते
उत्तमम् उच्यते कः इति उच्यते युक्तः इति उच्यते कः युक्तः इति उच्यते योगी युक्तः इति उच्यते कीदृशः योगी युक्तः इति उच्यते समलोष्टाश्म कांचनः योगी युक्तः इति उच्यते पुनः कीदृशः समलोष्टाश्म कांचनः योगी युक्तः इति उच्यते ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा समलोष्टाश्म कांचनः योगी युक्तः इति उच्यते पुनः कीदृशः कूटस्थः एवम् अन्ते अन्तिमम् अन्वयक्रमे वाक्यं किं भवति ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्तात्मा कूटस्थः विजितेन्द्रियः समलोष्टाश्म कांचनः योगी युक्तः इति उच्यते. Right? So one is a yogi is said to be yuktaha. Yuktaha meaning one is totally absorbed or totally becomes one, like what we have said, Paramatma Samahitaha. That is, one becomes joined, one becomes absorbed in that. Who? Yogi. Yogi will is said to be absorbed completely in that. What kind of yogi? Samaloshtasma kanchanaha. Losta, ashma, kanchana. Lostaha means that mrud, anything made out of earth. Right? Mrud. Right? Ashma, pashana, stone. Kanchana, gold. Whether it is made up of just earth or mud, or if it is made of, it is just a stone or gold. It doesn't matter. It is irrelevant for that person. That person sees all of them as same thing. He does not make a distinction that this is gold or this is expensive or higher value, and pashana or lower value, or is just mrud, mud, it is lowest value. No. For him, it's all one. Jnana Vijnana Truptatma. One who is content. Truptatma. One who is content with Jnanam and Vijnanam. It's a beautiful thing. We don't have time now. We'll study this in detail in the next class. We'll just understand the meaning of the shloka. Jnana Vijnana Truptatma. One who has become content with what? Jnanam and Vijnanam, there is a difference. Beautiful. And Adi Shankara, that's why we know there's the value of reading this with the Bhashyam. Beautiful. So, what is the difference between Jnanam and Vijnanam? Shastrokta Padarthanam Parijnanam. Understanding, learning about things from the Shastras. Right? Learning. That is Jnanam. That's what we term Jnanam. Including right now we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Adi Shankaracharya Bhashyam. One may learn Bhagavad Gita by heart. There are many thousands of people all around who are spending hours and hours, their life, just to learn Bhagavad Gita by heart. Nothing else. Learn Bhagavad Gita by heart. Yeah, you learned it. Then what? How does it help? Or, okay, I have even learned Bhashyam. I remember I memorized Bhashyam. I attended all the classes and I know all the slokas and all the Bhashyam with meaning. Good. That is still only Jnanam. When does that become Vijnanam? Shastratah Jnatanam Tadhaiva Swanubhavakaranam. So that is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, it is not some theory, lecture. Somebody gives you a lecture, you go listen to that. And there are people, go to YouTube, there are thousands of lectures, you'll find Bhagavad Gita, or go to people. You can listen to that, come back, over. It makes no difference. So that Jnanam has no impact. But Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads, they are not meant for that. It is not like other so-called religious scriptures. By studying, by reading them, you become pure or no. It is like physics or chemistry. By memorizing the laws of physics, you get nothing. Only when you apply them, see them, then it makes sense. And Bhagavad Gita is all practical. So that's why I'm taking a lot of time to explain in English actually what it is. So remembering, understanding, memorizing, keeping that knowledge in the brain as words, as knowledge is one thing. But actually seeing that in oneself is Swanubhavakaranam. Bhagavad Gita is all about Swanubhavakaranam. It is all practical. There is nothing theoretical about Bhagavad Gita. So if you have any such misunderstandings, clear that from your mind. So if anybody has come to the class thinking that this is knowledge, this is all teachings, I will learn the teaching by understanding, by memorizing, or by learning the Shabdas. No. It is about practice. It's about Anubhava, understanding. So as we are speaking, try to see that happening. Whatever I've been talking about all this 1 hour, 15 minutes, like see that happening, right? The thinking, dhyanam, when you see something, there is thought about that. There is attachment to that. Then the mind goes, okay, compare with what you have. I want that. We see that happening. So apply that. That is Vijnana. So Jnana Vijnana Truptatma. One who is content by learning the Shastras, not only learning Shastras, seeing them in one's own experience, like experiencing them, not by effort, by creating. It's not like, read and then experience. No, you don't have to. The good thing is, Bhagavad Gita, whatever Bhagavad Gita talks about, you don't have to create. You're already that. So it is so easy. So whatever has been said, we are all that, right? So it is right now. As I'm speaking, our minds are already, acting like that. So that is Vijnana, being actually aware, seeing whatever is taught in reality as truth, experience. Kutasthaha, one which is achalaha, immovable. What is kuta is actually, lohakara, the blacksmith. You see that, right? There is a metal base on which he will hit, whether it's gold or, on top of that. So one will choose a very heavy metal base so that it doesn't move. If it moves, then he cannot work on that. So it just stays there. Even if you hit another metal with very powerful, still that kota is so heavy metal that it just sits there. Kutastaha. So one whose antakaranam is like kota, meaning it achalaha, it doesn't move here and there, prashantaha. Vijitendriyaha, jitatma. In the previous sloka, we used the word jitatma. Jitatma is same as Vijitendriya. One who has conquered the indriyani, the senses, conquered oneself is Vijitendriya. So, Jnana Vijnana Truptatma, Kutastaha, Vijitendriyaha, Samaloshtashma Kanchanaha, yogi is said to be, only such a yogi is said to be totally in union, absorbed in Paramatma. Don't start thinking, oh, there are four. Oh, I have to do four things. No. One, if one is a Vijitendriya, one becomes Kutastha. And one is Jnana Vijnana Truptatma. And automatically one is Samaloshtashma Kanchana. These are various ways. Vishnu Sahasranama is like that. There are not 1,000 names of Vishnu by chanting which you will get punyam. There are 1,000 ways of understanding what Vishnu means. 1,000 ways. Because it's very difficult to understand the concept of Paramatma just with one word. So you have 1,000 names so that at least we'll understand what it is. Like that, here there are 4 words. It doesn't mean there are there are 4 difficult milestones to cross. No. Once you cross the biggest milestone of Vijitendriya, conquering oneself, that is the biggest milestone. When you cross that, then one automatically is Kotastaha, Jnana Vijnana Truptatma, Samaloshtashma Kanchanaha, Yogi, Yuktaha Bhavati. Bhavati. Atra Sthapayamaha, Bhashyam Agamini Varge Patishyama. So now it is open. 5 minutes. Any questions? Mahodaya, Kshamyatam. Bhanu Mahodaya, you had a question.
Yeah, Mahodaya. It is Smasana Vairagyam Artham Kim?
Yeah. Smashana Vairagyam is what we do. Every day, every moment, we live according to expectations. So we have expectations, right? Right now, I am supposed to be good, normal. This is normal. What is normal is being happy, being healthy. Anything happens, otherwise, we are sad because that has not gone according to expectations. Like it could be anything. It could be a big thing like losing somebody or some event happening. Something happens to your body, some, either some hand doesn't work or something happened in the family, then you are upset. Oh, you go through all that every day. And one day, somebody dies. You go to, we have that, right? People invite, you all go, and there is a gathering. People say good things about the person who died and all that. And you go there. You may even visit the dead body in this thing. Then you go there, and Smashana is like, graveyard, meaning somebody. Then you see that, then wow, see, this person, I just spoke to him last week. He's no more. Then you will get Vairagya. For momentarily, you will say that, oh, this person has died, my friend. Or maybe that person is younger than you. No, he died, and this thing, why? There was some reason, some happened. So I'm also going to die one day, right? So there is a Vairagya. When you see that, there is a kind of Vairagya. Oh, see, my body also is going to die, just like, this body, and you get Vairagyam. And that Vairagyam will stay. How long? Till you come home or till there is another diversion, another conversation. And even while you are there, still, if your friend, someone comes and diverts you, then you talk about things. Oh, see, I got this, or I got that, I have a bigger house, or, I did this, I'm better now, or then immediately you go back to your previous state, which is thinking, expecting that you are supposed to be what you expect it to be. Back to normal life. Then again, something happens. Then again, like this. Smashana Vairagyam means Vairagyam, which is very temporary, momentary, just by seeing something. And that goes away. Again, after you forget that, then go back to normal life. You're back to again your usual.
Thank you. Dhanyavadam.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. So Smashana Vairagyam means Vairagyam, which is temporarily, Vairagyam means what is Viraga? Being, that aversion or not having attachment. So momentarily you become free from attachment, Viraga. Seeing that, okay, this person has died, and so one day my body also is going to die. So at that moment you feel, you're not attached to your body. You say that, no, this body is also going to die just like this body. You see the fact. Momentary viraga. Viraga means not having attachment. Vairagyam is that state. Then when you come back, again the attachment automatically happens. My body, and again feeling unhappy. Whatever happens to the body, you feel that it's happening to you, and then starting, both happiness and unhappiness.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Astu bhavatu. Any other? Yeah. About. So we'll stop here. There were many new students. Welcome to all of them. But of course, now this has gone well beyond time. I'm sorry for that. Atra sthapayamah shanti mantram uktva. Gaha shanti mantram vaktumichati. Vivek Mahodaya Bhavan vaktumichati. Asato ma satgamaya.
Om asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti.
Hari Om.
धन्यवाद
Shubham Bhuyat.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಮಹೋದಯ. ಪುನರ್ಮಿಲಾಮಃ.
Shubharatri.
धन्यवाद महोदय.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಶುಭ ದಿನ.
ಶುಭ ದಿನ.